All right. We are here with Tony Davis from Batflip Baseball. We're talking online gaming Friday Night Fights. Tony, you're out in Batflip in Ohio, and you guys have just been a consistent participant in whatever online gaming piece we've had going on. So, first off, thank you for your support and thanks for hopping on here with me.
Yeah, thanks for having us today.
So I wanted to pick your brain a little bit because you guys have been involved in this throughout. I wanted to pick your brain from a facility owner standpoint, how you might be implementing Friday Night Fights, specifically, or potentially other qualifying online tournaments. And you do cage rentals at your facility, is that right?
Correct. We do cage rentals.
Okay, so Friday Night Fights is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Teams can come in at any time and play their 6 inning game, however many games they'd like. How do you structure that for somebody that wants to play in that tournament? How do you go about getting them in the cage?
So we usually try to post, early to midweek, kind of like a little flyer about what's going on, maybe who the sponsors are, um, just little basic information of how it works, what to expect, and pretty much just make it as simple as just book your cage and come in during that time and, compete against other teams across the country for chances to win the prizes that are up that week.
So you're posting on like social media. Are you doing emails to your customers or like flyers in the facility?
So we usually just use like social media. We haven't really posted any flyers or anything like that, or email marketing when it comes to like the gaming side.
And when you put this out to your customers, are you essentially telling them that, hey, we are hosting this, you can rent the cage for whatever time period in order to do uh, Friday Night Fights to compete in that?
Yeah. So what we'll do is pretty much just rent your cage out. Obviously, we kind of absorb the game fees, like the $2 per game fee on our end. We'll do the $5 team activation as like an add-on, just if you want to compete. And we just it's just easier on our end. Just we're getting the money, we're getting them to come in anyway, um, and they're only going to get a couple games in as it is for whatever time they're here. So kind of just offsets itself, just makes it a little easier on our end rather than just having all these little add-on features.
Just to get them in to rent the cage for a reason that maybe they wouldn't have before.
Right.
Got it. And in a 30-minute or a 60-minute rental, right? We're talking 6 inning games with 20-minute time limits.
Mhm.
How many games do you usually see teams play? Because they have unlimited entries to try and get the top score to win their division. How many games do you usually see people play approximately in that time frame?
Yeah. So for like a 30-minute rental, usually two, maybe three games. 60 minutes, you could get up to, five or six games. Usually the first game is going to go pretty quick just because they're excited. They don't really understand the 20 minutes. So after they fly through the first game in like 5 minutes, I kind of try to tell them to slow down, take a few pitches, kind of get into a groove. That helps kind of obviously extend the game a little longer. So you're not going through game after game after game. And they actually get better results then too when they're taking their time, getting a little breather in between. We don't really see too much more than that. 2 to 3 for a half hour, maybe 5 to 6 for an hour.
Okay, so you're opening up your facility, you're renting your cage for 30 or 60 minutes, um, promoting that to your social media, to your customer base. People will rent the cage and sign up on the spot and get in anywhere from 2 to 5 games in a 30 to 60-minute period. Is that
Yeah,
is that fair?
yeah, it's pretty fair.
All right, last question. When these teams play, whether it's Friday Night Fights or any other online competition, what's their feedback? Do you typically see them engaged? Are they excited to win the prizes? What do you usually see once they're done and once they check the leaderboard to see where they rank?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely brings a little more excitement to their normal cage rental. Obviously, they're competing for something rather than just coming in to play against, their buddy that they came with. Obviously, with more of the head-to-head matches that we've done, obviously the adrenaline's going a little bit more. little more excitement. But definitely the kids love the Friday night fights, checking the leaderboards. We've even had teams come back, like say on like a Saturday or Sunday because they lost their positioning to try to get back up into the top leaderboard. So they're definitely keeping an eye on it. And like I said, it's good to compete against kids all across the country.
So there's some strategy there. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
play
it.
early and often.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you sharing this. I just wanted to get your feel for how you operate it. It sounds like you got a good procedure, renting the cage, get a few games in, and really just blast this out to everybody and announce that you're hosting it. So for us, again, we have the second week starting tomorrow, which is October 22nd, and we've got 4 weeks, including tomorrow, left. If you need help on how to set this up or to integrate this, don't hesitate to reach out to us. But Tony, I appreciate your participation and thank you for providing a little insight here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us here.